President Tinubu orders rescheduling of FEC meeting to honor General Taoreed Abiodun Lagbaja, Chief of Army Staff, who died Tuesday evening, aged 56. Plus, on the news, President Bola Tinubu extends heartfelt congratulations to President Donald Trump on his re-election as the 47th President of the United States of America. And from the international scene, Donald Trump wins the U.S. presidential election, defeating Kamala Harris in a stunning political comeback which will send shockwaves around the world. Details of these and more coming your way soon. To stay with us. Many thanks for joining us at this time. Now, details of the news. President Bola Tinubu, Commander-in-Chief of Armed Forces, regrets to announce the passing of Lieutenant General Taoreed Lagbaja, the Chief of Army Staff, at age 56. This was contained in a statement issued on Wednesday morning by Ononuga, Special Advisor to the President, Information and Strategy, said the former Army boss passed away on Tuesday night in Lagos after a period of illness. President Tinubu expresses his heartfelt condolences to the family and the Nigerian Armed Forces during this difficult time. He wishes Lieutenant General Lagbaja eternal peace and honors his significant contributions to the nation. Born on February 28, 1968, Lieutenant General Lagbaja was appointed Chief of Army Staff on June 19, 2023 by President Tinubu. His distinguished military career began when he enrolled in the Nigerian Defense Academy in 1987. On September 19, 1992, he was commissioned as a second lieutenant in the Nigerian Infantry Corps as a member of the 39th Regular Corps. Throughout his service, Lieutenant General Lagbaja demonstrated exceptional leadership and commitment, serving as a platoon commander in the 93 Battalion and the 72 Special Forces Battalion. Lieutenant General Lagbaja is survived by his beloved wife, Maria, and their 2 children. President Bola Tinubu, Commander-in-Chief of Armed Forces, has ordered rescheduling of the Federal Executive Council meeting till another date to be announced. Special Advisor to the President on the Information and Strategy, Bayo Ononuga, in a statement said FEC initially scheduled for Wednesday was postponed in honor of Lieutenant General Taoreed Lagbaja, the Chief of Army Staff, who passed away on Tuesday night. Ononuga said General Lagbaja served as the Chief of Army Staff from June 19, 2023 till his death on November 5, 2024. He said President Tinubu also ordered flags to be flown at half-mast nationwide for 7 days in honor of the departed general. Earlier, the President expressed his heartfelt condolences to the Lagbaja family and the Nigerian Armed Forces. He wished Lieutenant General Lagbaja eternal peace and honored his significant contributions to the nation. President Bola Tinubu extends his heartfelt congratulations to President Donald Trump on his re-election as the 47th President of the United States of America. President Tinubu looks forward to strengthening the ties between Nigeria and the U.S. amid the complex challenges and opportunities of the contemporary world. Bayo Ononuga, Special Advisor to the President, Information and Strategy, in a statement said, President Tinubu says together they can foster economic cooperation, promote peace, and address global challenges that affect citizens of both countries. According to President Tinubu, Trump's victory reflects the trust and confidence the American people have placed in his leadership. He congratulates them on their commitment to democracy. President Tinubu believes that given President Trump's experience as the 45th President of the United States from 2017 to 21, his return to the White House as the 47th President will usher in an era of earnest, beneficial, and reciprocal economic and development partnership between Africa and the United States. And now we have Dr. Oluwafumini Yiraim, a historian and academic from Osun State University, Osogbo, joining us now to talk on the topic we have at hand. Good evening and thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah, good evening.
All right, so just before we get into the discourse, earlier today, Donald Trump emerged victorious at the 2024 presidential election in the U.S. What do you make of his emergence and the world order?
Well, it's democracy. It's the voice of the people, the vote of the people. It clearly shows that the vote of the people have been able to count as far as the election is concerned. But of course, people across the world have concerns over Donald Trump's victory for obvious reasons. One is that this is a man that was convicted, impeached, and had caused serious strain in the global contemporary order. So it's really a concern for people across the world. But of course, it's victory for democracy. It's victory for the people of the American states.
So what lessons do you think Nigerians could learn from the conduct of the election in U.S.?
Of course, several of them. One is that votes will definitely count. Once you have candidates, who come up for elections, votes should necessarily be able to count, and that's what we have seen in this election. And within the space of 24 hours, we have results coming from all the states, across the United States. The result, coming out from polling units immediately when elections, votes have been cast. So it's a lesson for us, particularly for INEC. It's also an opportunity for us as a country to see the electoral process as an avenue, to elect, in quotes now, credible candidates. So.
Okay, all right. So now let's move on to the main topic we have at hand. That is the reversal of the admission age. So what does the reversal of the 18-year admission benchmark portend for educational development in Nigeria?
Well, as far as I'm concerned, it's what I call a policy somersault from the federal government, because this is the same federal government that came up with the policy of 18 years and then coming out again to suspend the same policy. But give or take, really, I'm an academic, and we've seen these things play in and out, year in, year out, where young people, probably within the age of 15, 16, are admitted into our universities, and when they come in, they are either inexperienced, they're immature, they're not well groomed, to come into a system of higher learning, and that at some point in time they miss it. You say that they join bad gangs, or they are overwhelmed by peer pressure. At the end of the day, they miss it. So I think pegging the age limit to 18, it's a good sign, and I hope the federal government will get it right this time around.
Okay, all right. So seeing that a lot of institutions that are responsible for facilitating admission in school, and we're talking about WAEC, NECO, JAM, they were all just given a recent instruction. And now that it's being changed, do you think tertiary institutions will be willing to comply with this new development?
Well, they have no other choice than to comply. They want to admit students in the current academic session or academic year. So they have no choice than to comply with federal government directive to do so.
Okay, all right. And what do you think that the country is ready for technical education, even as the minister is apt in it, because they're trying to make difference in our educational system? So do you think Nigeria is ready to really face this new innovation of embracing technical education in schools?
Well, there have been technical and vocational technical schools across the country over the years, but of course, perhaps lack of planning or lack of follow-up, lack of implementation. have led to most of these technical schools, running into challenges. But of course, with the revival of the interest of the federal government in, technology, technical skills, it's a no-brainer, and I think it's something that's basically going to help this country going forward. Perhaps we need a system whereby students, right from primary school level to tertiary institution level, are being taught, groomed, to learn technological skills that would, of course, transform Nigeria into a technological hub. We need it as a country, particularly in our security lapses, to help our security lapses, the agricultural challenges we have, and other kinds of challenges we face as a nation. So it's a good initiative, and I hope that the federal government will do much to ensure that this idea is strengthened going forward.
All right, we really thank you so much for your contributions on our news at this time. Thank you so much for joining us.
You're welcome.
All right, that's Dr. Oluwafumini Ibrahim, a historian and academic from Osun State University, Osogbo. Now moving on to other stories. The Senate Committee on Defense says no investment in security and the armed forces of Nigeria will be too much for the country to bear. The committee's chairman, Senator Ahmed Lawan, said this while speaking to newsmen during a two-day oversight function to the Armed Forces Command and Staff College Jaji, Nigerian Defense Academy Alfaka, and Defense Industries Corporation of Nigeria. Lawan said that currently everything revolves around security, promising to ensure that the nation's security and armed forces continue to receive the attention that currently befits them. While the NDA chairman, Senate Committee on Defense, Senator Ahmed Lawan, says that they are impressed with the developmental strides achieved by the Nigerian Defense Academy, NDA.
An environment that is so conducive. Our resources may not give us that opportunity, but there has to be significant improvement in the funding of this institution, NDA, the Nigerian Defense Academy, and National Defense College. And I mention this with all sense of responsibility because this is where even other people come from different parts of the world to come and receive training. And that is a clear testimony of what we do is in the right direction here. So we should encourage.
Found us worthy for this visit today. And based on our interactive session after my presentation, he has promised to address some of the issues and challenges we have, and that will lift the Nigerian Defense Academy to a higher pedestrian. And you see us delivering on our constitutional mandate by providing the necessary training for officers of the Armed Forces of Nigeria.
The Senate Committee on Defense emphasized that it is high time to properly address the issue impairing the visible productivity of the Defense Industries Corporation of Nigeria. He said they can has the capacity to take over West African market and reduce foreign spending on goods that can be produced locally.
On this committee, the Senate Defense Committee, our hearts bleed, having come to visit the factory site of Daikon. This is a massive investment opportunity to provide the necessary and needed arms for our military and other security agencies, but also a massive opportunity to dominate the market for arms in the West African coast, ECOWAS sub-region.
We choose to celebrate prospect, not too much of challenges. We are assured by the support that we are getting from the Senate Committee on Defense, being a very esteemed committee of the National Assembly. We are reassured that the issue of Daikon will be escalated to the strategic relevance that it deserves.
You're still on to the news on Galaxy TV. Let's go on a break. When we come back, the news continues. To stay with us. We are glad to have you back. Now for more updates and latest news, please visit our website www.galaxytvonline.com. Connect with us on our X handle at Galaxy TV. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, youtube.com/GalaxyTV News. You can follow and interact with us on our Facebook page, facebook.com/GalaxyTV. Remember to follow and tag us on our Instagram page as Galaxy TV. Our social media platforms are user-friendly and can always accommodate your live updates and comments, as you can easily scan our IG QR code. The National Association of Academic Technologists, NAT, has maintained its stance against the federal government non-payment of their salaries, which have been withheld for 4.5 months. Today marks the 7th day of the 14-day ultimatum issued to the federal government on the 31st of October by NAT members across the country. Comrade Paul Yaya, NAT chairman at the University of Ibadan, during a press conference, lamented that the non-payment of salaries has made life unbearable for the members.
Refusal by the Honorable Minister of Finance and Coordinating Minister of the Economy to effect this approval raises more questions than answers on the true commitment and sincerity on the part of the federal government in resolving the issues and in alleviating the sufferings of Nigerians, particularly.
Comrade Yaya further urged the federal government to quickly address their demands, which include payment of the withheld salaries, the full implementing of the 2009 agreement, and full funding of the university, among other demands.
In compliance with a national directive, hereby calls on all well-meaning Nigerians, national rulers, religious leaders, members of National Assembly, civil society organizations, and student leadership to prevail on federal government on the above demands.
Not to security, police in Delta says it has arrested 5 suspected kidnappers believed to be responsible for major kidnapping activities along the Delta Bayelsa Expressway at the Warri Sapele Road. Police, in a statement by spokesperson Adafi Bright, said the suspects were arrested when the special assignment team stopped the ride out along the Bayelsa Expressway. The suspects were said to have engaged the police in a shootout, which left 2 of them dead and 5 others arrested. An AK-47 rifle with magazines, 2 barrels de pistol, some ammunition and their operational vehicles were recovered from the ride out. The Delta Police Commissioner, CP Olufemi Abaniwanda, urges parents and guardians to discourage their children and wards from all criminal activities and advises members of the public to contact the police and report any suspicious person or movement in their environment. Gunmen have abducted the parish priest of St. Teresa Catholic Parish in Obolu Community in Isiala Mbano local government area of Imo State, Reverend Father Emmanuel Azubuike. The Imo State Police Command Public Relations Officer Henry Okoye, who confirmed the abduction, said the command was notified by the parish that the Catholic priest was abducted on his way from Port Harcourt on an official assignment before he was abducted along the highway. According to the command spokesperson, the Commissioner of Police in Imo State, Danjuma Aborki, has set up a high-powered tactical team to go after the abductors and obey to rescue the Catholic priest unconditionally. He called on the people to remain calm, as the command will leave no stone unturned in rescuing the Catholic priest. Meanwhile, the Catholic Diocese of Ogikwe had issued a statement calling for prayers, that will lead to the safe return of the Catholic priest. "21 persons have lost their lives in a multiple accident at Njaba Bridge in Imo State. The multiple accident was said to have involved a trailer, a sedan car, and a fully loaded 18-seater commercial bus coming from Owerri to Onitsha before the incident happened at the Njaba Bridge. An eyewitness account said the trailer was descending from a slopy bridge along the Onitsha axis and lost control before it rammed into an excavator truck which veered off the road, leading to the killing of all the occupants of the bus and the sedan car. When contacted, the Sector Commander, Federal Roadside Safety Corps, Imo State Command, Dr. Anthony Uga, blamed the accident on overspeeding by the trailer driver, which led to the death of the victims. He, however, cautioned motorists to control their speed while plying the Imo Expressway December month. Now, we move to the international desk for more news.
Hello and welcome to the Foreign News. Donald Trump has won the U.S. presidential election, media report on Wednesday, defeating Kamala Harris in a stunning political comeback that is set to send shockwaves around the world. The polarizing Republican victory, following one of the most hostile campaigns in modern U.S. history, was particularly remarkable given an unprecedented criminal conviction, a near-miss assassination attempt, and warning from a former chief of staff labeling him a fascist. It's a political victory like our country has never seen before, Trump told a victory party in Florida. Vice President Harris, who entered the race in July after President Joe Biden stepped down, ran a centrist campaign that highlighted Trump's inflammatory messaging and use of openly racist and sexist trips. However, Trump's apocalyptic warnings on immigration and advocacy for isolationism resonated with voters worn down by the post-COVID economy and eager for a change from the Biden years. While the campaign appeared set for a closely fought contest, the result came in surprisingly quick, delivering a decisive victory that included wins in the swing states of Georgia, North Carolina, and Pennsylvania. Trump is the first president in more than a century to win a non-consecutive second term. He is also the only person to be elected as a convicted felon. He faces sentencing in a New York court for fraud on November 27. Now 78, Trump is on course to break another record as the oldest ever sitting president during his term, surpassing Biden, who will step down in January at 82.
And that's it for now, but do join us at 9 p.m. for our prime time news. My name is Iribam Salako. See you then.